Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Aurelion Sol, and we'll be facing off against Twisted Fate. I actually decided to play Aurelion Sol because a couple of days ago someone commented a fun idea which involved just picking champions every time I could with Aurelion Sol. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to challenge ourselves a little bit, and for a little bit of an added challenge I decided to go for the items that or the relics that gives us 2 extra champions at the game start and gives them an epic item. It appears that I actually high rolled a little bit because Elder Dragon is definitely going to be useful, but at least his origin is going to be... I am fully expecting things to be rather difficult, mostly because I won't be able to get the cost reduction on most of my champions, so I won't be benefiting fully from our power setup, but we'll see. Also, I'm giving myself the choice to reroll buckets if they don't have a champion, or if they're like this and they have a champion in one of them. Or I meant to say, I'm giving the choice to reroll these first few buckets because they offer me a champion guaranteed, and from there on out I can reroll the choices if they don't give me a champion, but if they give me a champion I just am forced to take them. I think the correct choice is just Nami. It's the only one that gives me cards that create other cards, so hopefully they'll contribute towards us getting some cost reduction on our champions. Normally domination would be the right choice here, because domination is just amazing on every champion. But I'm tempted to take shared mana flow, mostly because there's no way I'll ever have enough mana to play all my units or all the cards in my hand every time. I'll still pick domination. Let's hope for the best. So, for example, here I could give myself the choice to play or to reroll just because I don't have a champion being offered to me, but I think Waking the Sands is a decent card. Here I have to take the champion. Let's pick up the Lunari Shade Stalker for the extra mana. None of these are champions, so let's reroll because I don't like any of them either. I guess we're picking up Shivana. I guess we're picking up Double Up because then again Freed Colossus might be better. The gems are good. Yeah, let's pick up the Freed Colossus. Howling Gale or Condense. If Condense targeted champions I might consider it, but since it only targets followers I have to reroll. Augmented Clockling, sure. I'm not going to... or maybe I should just reroll until I'm offered another champion. But eventually I would run out of rerolls, but I'm going to do it. It's going to be even more challenging for me. Garen or Galio. Let's pick up the Garen because he's cheaper. None of these are champions. And none of these are champions either, so I guess we're just picking stuff that's not a champion from here on out if I don't end up being offered a champion. Our deck is complete garbage, but Aurelion Sol is the strongest champion in the Path of Champions, so hopefully we'll be able to make up for it. Definitely tossing the Aurelion Sol, keeping the coral creatures early because I can play them. I won't be able to play the Nami. All of these 3 are going to end up being discarded, which is unfortunate, but whatever. You've been warned. Sure, let's go ahead and kill that thing. Ooh, rally on the coral creatures. Nice. And I'm actually going to be able to play Nami. Neat.
I will drive back the darkness. Let the tide carry you.
Next turn, I'll be able to play either Kyle or Garen.
Give it a whirl.
I already have Garen like effect constantly, so let's just go for Kale.
My light shines, just and righteous.
Come on, give it a try.
Normally that would be scary, but fortunately I had units on board. Sure, let's pick up the tidal wave, gives us more value later on. And I actually just win because of Kale. Nice. I was worried for no reason apparently, because if things go the same way they did this game, I'm going to make short work of most of the encounters. Granted, I did get a bit lucky here, so I can't reroll any of my choices, so I have to pick whatever. I guess I'll pick the Eye of the Storm. The Storm Calling is nice on it. Now, do I go for a shop or do I go for the healer? Let's go for the healer. I think in this... I was about to say in the spirit of the challenge I shouldn't cut champions, but I can't cut champions on healers. Healer encounters, so... I guess there's nothing to worry about in that regard. Let's drop down the Freed Colossus. And then I'm going to attack. Next turn I'll play the 2 gems. And I should be able to go Nami and Shyvana next turn as well. And I'll get some value off of the gems.
Suppose you want in on this.
Let's just do it. Gorillith. Bright Steel Formation. Bright Steel Formation is free. Or basically free, so let's do it. And let's go for the category because it seems like fun. Let's drop down the Nami.
Let my home be swallowed. The Mirai will never know fear again.
Then I'll follow it up with a Shyvana.
Suppose you want in on this.
Like that.
There are none like me.
I'll also be able to drop down the Lunari Shadestalker.
Don't know much, do you?
And now I've set up so that next turn I win.
I'll do my best. Forgive me.
Or I likely will win next turn. I'm not certain. Really? He doesn't block. That's definitely a choice.
Leave me be.
If only I could cast the Strafing Strike, but I can't. I really wanted to. Whatever. Let's keep getting cards that we can play. And game over for the opponent. Just like that. That was actually pretty simple. Didn't really expect things to turn out this way, with us just curb stomping most encounters. Maybe this won't be that much of a challenge. Mountain Goat, Coral Creatures, Star-tipped Peak. I'll pick up the Mountain Goat. It gives us more gems, which are always nice. And then here I can cut a card. Let's cut the Ebb, perhaps? No, let's cut the Ancient Preparations. I don't need it. It's too slow, even if it gives me an extra mana for 2 turns. Ebb, Garen, Kale, no. Let's toss the two champions. Now I have Nami and Elder Dragon. Not that much of an improvement. Do I just toss the Nami? Yeah, I'll have to make do with the fact that I won't be able to play Nami. Let's attack like so. Next turn I can go double gem into Shyvana, into Waking Sands, and hopefully that will be enough to stabilize. Let's drop down the Shyvana. It captures the little monkey. Okay, that's slow. Do I want to go for the Waking Sands or do I just go for the Strafing Strike? I think Strafing Strike might be better. Mostly because it allows me to remove the Monkey Idol, which I'll definitely need if I want to avoid taking that much damage. Because the 1 damage does add up over time. It appears this will be a slow turn for me. Ooh. We might get to play Aurelion Sol this game. I figured I would be unable to do so. But it turns out I'll have that possibility.
Nothing feels better than the sun on your scales.
Sure, whatever. Let's do this. I'll save the Aurelion Sol for the next turn. I'll get the board clear out of him. That's whatever. Let's pass priority back to the opponent, see what he does. A whole bunch of nothing. Neat. And now he will be unable to block against my attack. So we just win. Ooh, Shimmering Mirage. That's cool. I'll get an extra gem out of this. Just like that, a victory. And we even managed to rally. So we would have been able to go for another attack if necessary. Honestly, considering the fact that Twisted Fate's power allows us to draw even more cards than normal, perhaps I'll be able to go for a very quick victory. That's a champion, so I have to pick it. Let's go spell chest or shop. Let's go for the shop, I have the money. None of these are champions, so we can move on if I want to. Flexible game plan is nice. None of these are that appealing. When a non-fleeting ally... Okay, it's non-fleeting, so it doesn't matter. Do I want to cut a card? Maybe the Eye of the Storm. I'm making use of the gems mostly. Yeah, let's cut the Eye of the Storm. I don't think I'll have a need for the extra draw, and the Sigils of the Storm, although they're nice, I don't need them on such an expensive card. I would like to play Shyvana, so let's toss her, or Katarina, so let's toss her back into the deck to avoid her being discarded. Let's play the Mountain Goat. I'm going to attack. I need to generate that gem if I want to hope to play my units next turn. does this work? Do I get 0 cost units here? Yes, I do.
Fire and fury, witness my true power!
By doing this, I actually will be able to win this turn.
Dangerous. The Mirai will never know fear again.
Because Katarina levels up, she goes up to 4 mana, and I'll get to rally constantly. That's also a high roll, the fact that I got Katarina. Now that she costs 0, I can just play her infinitely.
Let the bloodshed begin.
I'll even use the Blade's Edge to reduce the cost of Garen back down to 0,
This might hurt.
just so I can play him and put even more pressure with each attack. Let's attack with the Zera first, make sure I make use of this scout attack. And then time to kill the opponent. Wait, he is already dead. Maybe I'll have to try this challenge out against the newly released adventure for this campaign. I only saw the comment back when this was the highest difficulty adventure for the campaign, so that's why I'm doing it here. But considering how easy this is being, I am probably going to try this again on the 6.5 star adventure, just to see if it's as challenging as it seems. I guess if it was on a different champion, it might actually be challenging, because other champions don't really have powers that synergize with additional champions. I think the correct choice is this. We go this, we set up the coral creatures, we drop down Katarina, then I'll use the Blade's Edge and go infinite off of it. Actually no, I won't use the Blade's Edge because Katarina is only down to 2. Forgot about that part. Well, I guess I'll have to wait one turn before I go infinite with Katarina. But I win this game, this turn, so it's fine. Let's split Katarina. Rally, but we already had the attack token. It's mostly just so I can go ahead and drop down stuff for free. Let's do this into this, I guess.
It's just a nick.
Draw a champion. Zera. Fine. It doesn't really matter what I draw here. I'll just be able to go infinite no matter what. And I might just kill the opponent with Kale, because Kale gets double attack and overwhelm.
My light shines, just and righteous.
Yep, just like that.
No going back.
Let's attack.
Stand strong.
The opponent blocks with everything he has, but he has no more mana, so unfortunately it's over.
Let the
Poor guy.
bloodshed begin.
I wonder if we'll be able to do this against Twisted Fate. I suppose if I get Katarina I'll be able to.
Those that cry out for justice shall have it.
Lunari Shadestalker with Dragon Tooth. I suppose it's a card that's already in my deck, so buffing it further is nice. Now I wonder, do I want to cut anything else? Maybe the tidal wave is not good enough. Or maybe the ebb and flow are not good enough. I haven't cast ebb at all this adventure, so I'll cut it from the deck. Maybe I'll get something better. Ooh, strafing strike with summoner's or summoner stone. I'm going to pick it up just because I get summoner stones or strafing strikes off of the Shivana. Line wait doesn't work with anything I have, so let's keep on it, I guess. And I'll move on. Not like I can do much of anything else there. Fleet Admiral Shelley. The opponent's definitely going to have a board. Discarding the kill is fine. We get Zera, Shivana, and Aurelion Sol. Interesting. I think I'll be able to go for the win next turn even without the Katarina allowing me to go infinite. Just based off of the fact that I am very likely going to be able to drop down Aurelion Sol to clear the board.
There are none like me.
Then again, I'm not going to be able to drop down the cost of Aurelion Sol that much, so I might be wrong. Ouch. I have to take that attack, unfortunately. Then again, I can go Aurelion Sol here for a 4 and restore 4 mana. And I'll even go for Living Legends to go for even more cards played.
You dare try to tame me?
Okay, the opponent gets 2 blockers, but I wonder if they're going to be able to protect themselves against this upcoming attack. In fact, I might be able to drop down the Elder Dragon for 0, and that definitely is going to make the opponent surviving quite troublesome. Let's go for the Living Legends. Now Elder Dragon 0 cost. Ooh, I can just clear the opponent's board. How lucky. Honestly, I'm just going to go for the maximum value or for the maximum amount of cards played. I'm done. Let's drop down the Elder Dragon and just kill the opponent. 74-74, that can't be stopped. Let's see you deal with this opponent. Oh, poor guy can't. How sad.
Victory today, freedom tomorrow.
Garen. I guess there's no point in even checking the other options out because that was a champion. And none of these are champions. Enfeebling Strike's decent. I don't need to pick up anything else. Let's just move on, go up against Twisted Fate. No point in cutting cards from my deck because I'll have to draw through the opponent's deck anyway.
Fill me in.
So, sure, let's go ahead and keep going. Lunari Shade Stalker, Tidal Wave. I would like to get the Elder Dragon later on, perhaps. Unfortunately, I got Star Aurelion Sol instead. Kind of wanted to play it later. Please don't stun my mountain goat. Okay, it doesn't stun my mountain goat, but unfortunately, it does end up killing it, which puts a wrench in my plans. I fully intended to play Shyvana this turn. Well, at the very least, Feral Prescience says the thing that allows me to draw champion when I play it,
The dragon's rage. There
which
are
means I'll
none
never
like
run out of
me.
cards in hand, and I'll even be able to go through my deck faster. That's fine. Really? That's an interesting choice from the opponent. To just attack like so. I do take a bit of damage, but this will be worth it in the long run. Oh, unlucky gem has the thing that gives it the Grifter's deck, that's what it's called. The fact that gem has Grifter's deck means it's going to be a lot harder to just go through my entire deck if I want to play gems consistently. I'm still going to play the gems, mostly because I want to reduce the cost of the Elder Dragons for the next turn. But I'm not happy with it. Will you need fish for draw? Yeah, sure. Ooh, Katarina. I just win then. Let's get that. Living Legends for the refuel, I guess.
The constellations bow to me.
I'm not even going to make use of the Guy's Descent for the board clear. Well, I have a backup copy in hand, so it's fine.
No one gets in my way.
We'll level up Katarina. Ouch. Gets to draw twice. But it won't save him. Because I just go infinite with Katarina. Yeah, the fact that I got Katarina here is definitely the thing that allowed me to have such easy games. Or one of the things at least. Ouch. The fact that I'll now be able to just attack multiple times in a row is definitely a plus. Let's play that over the Seraph. I'm just going to start replacing the less than useful units.
This is a surprise.
Not now.
Blades Edge, okay. Going to Living Legends, even though it's a waste, because I want to get cards out of hand.
This might hurt.
Let's go for... Oh, I won't go for anything, because I want to... Oh, better not do this. Then again, I'm burning Katarina no matter what. I need to find a way to not burn Katarina. I guess we're overriding the Shyvana in order to do that.
The light of my star warms the heavens.
This way I won't burn Katarina and I'll have an easier time winning the game. It doesn't matter if I burn other cards as long as I can keep Katarina around. I'll be satisfied. Let's play the Great Beyond.
Magnum opus.
I'll toss the Elder Dragon's Primal Roar. I draw nothing. Exactly as expected.
Is a surprise.
Not
I wonder if I'll be able to
they should be.
kill the opponent with damage, or if I'll draw through my deck first. My guess is that I'll draw through my deck first.
Well, this is a surprise.
Not now.
At the very least, I'm going to be able to play whatever champions I
Blood for
draw by this point. But the opponent's getting dangerously low. So is my deck. I have not done the math, but I'm sure none of them is going to give first.
Well, this is a surprise.
Not now.
Or they might just give at the same time if I do this.
Only fools hesitate.
Actually, the opponent ended up losing their health first before I lost my deck. But that only worked out that way because I played a couple of gems.
Those that cry out for justice shall have it.
That was definitely an interesting run. I wouldn't have been able to do such a thing in a normal campaign. Turns out champions are all you need when you play Aurelion Sol. Definitely fun. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.